Welcome to the Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. It's your boy, Matt Spellen. Mm, 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 mm. When's the last time I've been on this mother? I think taking all this time off is killing me slowly. I feel like there's a lot of things I want to say, or sometimes you gotta get it all out. Don't ask me what's in my cup. You already know what's in my cup, baby. I wish we were sponsored by. Hit me up, yo.
If you need to know who sponsors us,
Go to the Blunt Chronicles if you need to know who sponsors us, yo. You feel me? You feel me? All right. Honestly, guys, it's great to be back on this nonsense episode. I like these episodes. It's been a minute. I feel like I'm a little rusty. I hate that I take so much time off on this goddamn episodes, but Daddy need to pay some bills. Honestly, yo, I can't not pay bills. And it's not like when pandemic started where we was like, oh, I had nothing to do but come here and record. But it's all over now. Apparently, the world is opening back up in July.
No,
We're
America.
America's opening back up in July. We're off our prison sentence. Apparently, we did a bid, and we're going to let out. I wonder how that's going to go because they're already talking about a new strain coming through India that's unbeatable. That can't be. That's been that the vaccine can't even touch. Right. So that's going to be interesting. I'm just waiting for World War Z to start, honestly, where I'm just wondering what type of zombies we're all going to become. Like, are we going to be the ones that from Walking Dead, or are we going to be the one from World War Z, because those motherfuckers are scary, or are we talk about Resident Evil zombies, because those motherfuckers will really kill them. So I'm like, fuck them. But unless you talk about Nemesis, then that's a bad motherfucker. But World War Z zombies will be more scarier because they act like a herd, and it's kind of like, and they'll throw themselves into anything. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Huh? That way? Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, I do that at home. My kids love that shit. I'm that parent that hides in the dark and chases kids in the darkness, yo. And I'm big, and I make crazy noises. Crazy noises. If you, there's certain things you gotta keep private. There's certain things you gotta keep private that you do at home. But I think I make some creature noises that'll fuck you up. I gave my daughter nightmares with some type of noises I fucked around with. Shout out to my professionalism. Love it. I'm a drinker. Like the problem with me and drinking is that I don't just drink. Nowhere I go, even when I hung out with Joe, I don't just drink. Like I take a sip, I take gulps. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if we're here, we're gonna finish it. See what happens afterwards. I always hear crazy stories about people who get too drunk and do all this nonsense or whatever. I have my drunk stories, but I never got to the point where I was just like blacked out and out of control and couldn't like remember what happened the day before. Like I've been drunk. Like my body, I'm not sure if it's like how my body consumes alcohol or whatever, but I just never been to I've been to the dark place of drinking. I know that much. I've definitely been to the dark place of drinking. It's been like, I think you guys, if you went back to the old school TRST days, I talked about my alcoholism at that moment after a badass situation with the ex shorty. Went into this weird alcoholism, and I know I went to the dark point of drinking, and I know what drinking feels. But I never been blacked out. Like I drunk to go to sleep. I never drunk to like black out. I never understood how people get blacked out drunk. Like I'll see people out in the middle of the street and they just be sleeping in the corner, drunk, wearing their new Nikes and shit. Which I just kind of slowly confiscate from them because apparently they don't need it at that moment because they're sleeping. I always want to make them comfortable, so I make them comfortable. So when they're in the middle of the street, Yeah, probably remove their chain because the chain wraps around their throat and their wallet hurts your butt and their sneakers. Like like you don't want to you don't want them to scuff up their boots. So I hold on to those for them. You know what I mean? I'll leave an information on the floor and just tell them where to find me. Most of the time they never hit me up ever. Actually, most of them never ever do they ever hit me back. But so I just have a whole bunch of chains and sneakers and stuff that I sell. But I never been blacked out drunk, because things like that scares the shit out of me happening. So you guys be careful out there when this world open back up, yo. When this because let's be honest, the world opening up. USA is the world opening up, okay? We are the melting pot of the world. So if USA opened up, the world just opened up, okay? So be careful out there, man. Don't get blacked out drunk because people gonna be out here starving. They ain't get their. Nobody's talking about no fourth stimulus check right now.
If you're vaccinated, you can leave the country. But if you're not, if you're not vaccinated,
Yeah.
you can leave the country.
So we're
You can't come back.
I was about to bring this up. So vaccinations is a big deal because of when you're getting blacked out drunk, make sure you're vaccinated because you don't want to wake up next to somebody like some weird prostitute, because especially if you're hanging out in New York, baby, because it's about to be freaks. I'm a baby. Let me tell you something. They legalized marijuana and decriminalized prostitution. I'll be telling you, somebody trying to get some back shots high as hell, yo, in the park. Oh my God, it's gonna smell like Mary Jane and fucking yeah, yo, it's gonna smell like. Hello, I'm trying to mute my fucking phone. It's gonna smell like Mary Jane and fucking yo. You know the smell of sex is called sexton? Look it up. I just taught you something new. So it's gonna smell like Mary Jane Sexton in New York. And I'm gonna tell you, don't ask me what I'm doing in Central Park, baby. What? Yo, that's crazy. So it's like, are they trying to turn New York into like Las Vegas? Or Amsterdam up in this bitch, because I'm with all the shits. It's crazy how you see my old town doing some they're going so extreme. I wonder how far they're gonna go. It's gonna be Gotham City and New York City soon. Yeah, it's gonna be the crime rate's already acting like that.
Hey, let me read something that Joe just sent me from.
Joe sent you something from beyond the studio. This is my producer Cat.
It says Florida will fine any business or school
Yes.
$5,000 each time requires a vaccine passport or proof of COVID-19 vaccination
Here's the crowd.
for entry or participation.
So Florida's gonna fine schools $5,000 for vaccination. For not having people vaccinated in the school.
Is that what that title, Joe?
No, what it is, if someone requires you to show it,
Yeah.
they're going to fine them.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
now it's being looked at as
Oh, okay. So now look at you, Florida. Yo, hold up. I talk a lot of shit about the FLs. Yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got some crazy ass black people across that fucking bridge, and you got some hedonism that makes no goddamn sense, and your weather is crazy. You got crocodiles and all that shit. Now I don't fuck with the crocodilios, but let me tell you something. Shout out to you guys. The Florida is fining you. I think we need like an applause sound at this point. Florida's fining you $5,000 for asking or requiring the vaccination card in any goddamn business or settings. And I like it. A school, especially school. And they also, CDC came out saying that they don't think kids should be vaccinated. Like, I think people really need to go on the CDC website. We should like banner right here. Boop, boop, boop. Like, go on the fucking website. If you really want to fit, like, if you want to do as you're told, go on the CDC website and do as you told. They're also talking about zombies up there, but that's not what we're going to concentrate on. We're going to concentrate on doing as you're told. If you want to do exactly what you're told, you go on the CDC website. Stop fucking following news. They don't know. They're not scientists. They're not doctors. They're not in the shits. They're getting information from somebody who's trying to spin that information so it could sound good for their own fucking beliefs. Don't listen to none of these motherfuckers. Take everything with a grain of salt. This guy's lying about something. this guy's lying about something. No matter if you're using this arm or this arm, they're both lying about something. Listen to both of them and then make a proper judgment, or go to the fucking CDC website like you're supposed to and then follow the rules from there. Because apparently the CDC just came out saying that if you're unvaccinated but you're outside, you don't have to wear a mask. No one should approach you about masks. No, the CDC came out. I was reading last night. It said if you're unvaccinated, 6 feet away from someone, and you're outside, you don't have to wear a mask, which makes sense, right? But it makes sense. But that's not what people was getting in trouble. That's not what all the outrage was about. Some people, there was some states that you couldn't walk down the street. Look, Miami, remember? They was giving out citations for people who were not wearing masks in the street. I remember me and
had to be put on lockdown too after that spring break. Wow.
yo, Miami was bugged out for spring break, man. Miami was bugged out for spring break, but I understand, man. People trapped. They cooped up in the house. It's like wild animals. You let the animals out the cage. They're gonna freak out, man. They're gonna freak out. Yeah. Yo, the New York.
New York really gonna be the jungle.
Yeah, I remember when I was down in Florida. This is when Zane popped up, and we was walking down the street, and there was some New Yorkers down there. You know how I knew some New Yorkers down there? Because they was in the Jeep going, yeah, and I was just like, yeah, and they was like, yeah. They knew what time it was. New Yorkers were down there. I think everybody from the Northeast went down to Florida during spring break. It was nuts, yo. People was coming from everywhere to go to Florida. Miami had to shut down. That was crazy, yeah. 8:00. Oh, cat just shook the camera. I just want so if you see a little doo doo doo, it's not your eyes. It's cat. What else was going on in this goddamn planet? On my way here, I was. Who is this? Oh, my daughter's buying something off of Nintendo. Yeah, right now. Yeah, I could see it from my phone. It's like, oh, do you want to confirm this? I gotta go ahead and confirm it. It's fine. Whatever. It's not that much money. Yeah, I'm a sucker. Whatever. I realized that over the weekend. I'm a fucking sucker. I do whatever for my babies. Whatever. So whatever. You know? I think every parent should be that way, right? Worst thing about this weather, though, because if you live in New Jersey, it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, raining, not raining. It's, you're like, oh, it's springtime. It's going to rain off and on. It's not that. It's the cold. It's getting cold and it's getting hot. It's getting cold and it's getting hot, right? Also, allergy season. So now COVID season, allergy season doesn't sound good together, because if Matt sneezes or sound like he has the stuff he knows, everybody automatically assumes, oh, he has the Ovid. I don't have it, man. Shout out to me, right, for all my popping ass training and immune system, because everybody was talking hella shit, thinking I didn't know what I was talking about when I said, yo, you need to add in certain things if you want to if you want to be healthy, like if you want to beat this COVID stuff. I'm not a scientist, but I definitely heard one important thing that they said: your immune system is very important, right? So if your immune system is compromised, it's more likely you're gonna get the COVID, right? So what Daddy do is make sure that his immune system was up the whole goddamn time till today. Okay? Till today, I'm still free. And and I've been around people with COVID, like my little young ones got it, And if you know my family, then we're pretty close. Me and the kids can't stop touching each other. That's kind of like crazy. It's insane, Nobody stopped touching each other. It's nuts. So, but I stayed immune. Me and my daughter was good for the whole thing, whole COVID time. So definitely, if you are afraid of COVID and you never got COVID, but I would say up your vitamins. That's my only advice. I know that's real up your supplements. Go get your blood work done. Go check to see what you're low in. And vitamin D is very important. Vitamin D is very fucking important, right? What else we got going on? On my way here, I almost died, fucking around and trying to like. I hate. This is my issue. I hate you motherfuckers that come out only on the weekends. Okay, I'm gonna say it. The weekend drivers are starting to really piss me off. Really piss me off. I'd rather be in traffic. I'd rather be in fucking steady ass traffic than deal with you weekend drivers. It'd be an open fucking road, and you guys still figure out a way of almost causing a fucking accident. Like almost causing an accident. If you only driving on the weekend, listen, you stay local. You stay local. Like you take local streets. You're not allowed on the highway anymore. I was on my way here. Dude slams on his brakes. Another guy cuts across 3 lanes. It's why I gotta die? Cause you gotta be somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean? I'm just trying to live, baby. I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to live, baby. Shit. Shout out to Henny. Okay. Let's keep this going. What else been happening? I hope, you know what the problem is with J-Lo? Okay. Oh, yeah, we've been gone for a minute. So there's a lot of shit that been that happened since that time. We haven't talked about a lot of stuff. They have a lot of celebrity breakups. It's not like I.
And she was apparently spotted with Ben Affleck.
Who, J-Lo?
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, so J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez has split up or are splitting up or in a process or some shit. That girl is Thanos, yo. She's getting the fucking rings. She's getting the gems together, God. How many times has this woman been fucking engaged, bro? Like, she legit is the stereotypical Spanish girl in the fucking the 80 movies where she has like 6 different husbands or whatever. You ever seen that? When the rich Spanish woman who has like 6 different husbands or whatever, she was like, oh, my first husband. Or the weird widow Italian wife that had like 17 husbands or whatever. Because I think she's getting the rings together, yo. I think once she get this, did Ben ask her to marry him too, right? Ask her to marry him also? J-Lo, yeah. Yo, she's gonna get the fucking rings together, yo, and she's gonna snap her fingers, and half of it's gonna be gone. And that's wild. Oh, here we go. So you trying to tell me, right? They have fallen out. The first thing she did, right, is find comfort in the arms of her ex. Oh, but that's who she spotted with ASAP, right? She was spotted like the week after.
She was just recently spotted with Ben Affleck.
Wow.
They had just
Wow.
won the Grammys together or with the Oscars together. She can't get it together.
Yo, that woman. I don't even know if it's just her. I don't know. It just sounds so fucking typical. As soon as it's like, oh, like they was about to buy a team together.
Well, her and Mark have a team.
Yo, this chick, yo.
Her and Mark.
Okay, so J-Lo and Mark Anthony has the Dolphins. And she was about to get some with Alex Rodriguez. Was she about to acquire a baseball team? I thought it was the Mets, maybe? I think it was the Mets they was trying to acquire. Yo, she's just, I don't know. I'm not going to talk shit about her because this might be her hustle. I don't know, baby. She don't come out with music. You know what I mean? I mean, like, this might be her hustle. I don't know. But J-Lo is a man. Eat her for real, yo. She will swallow you. So, yo, she must got some that make these dudes go crazy, dog. Whatever. Those guys also seem simple, but not Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony look like he been through the
Mark Anthony
bushes.
probably has a really big drug problem, and we all get it.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It just seems so.
He has
Yeah,
a
of
poker
course.
face,
He just seems so
and I
right.
love Mark Anthony.
It just seems very typical that J Lo would just pop up with her ex. And anytime I do see stuff like that, I just go, mm,
It was just like when she first got with A Rod, she was scouting with Diddy.
yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine being with a high profile woman like that, right? Yeah. Y'all break up and then okay, y'all break up and then there was like she's just back to the old. I don't know, man. I don't look. Do your thing, Jill. Maybe that whole thing is messy. She's messy. Like she should come with a warning sign. Her and women like her
Who
and guys.
doesn't know that she should come with a warning? Like, have they not been watching?
I don't know. I don't. It should. She's like a lot. I feel like in 2021. I think we were talking about this before me and camera producer. They're like we're getting away from sex altogether. Like sex is gonna be non-existent after a while. They have a man who you could lay down, and they're trying to get the guy to learn how to hump. They're attaching him to those fuck machines. You know those real sex doll men, the ones that got the removable penis, and you could attach whatever size you want, and the guy's always fucking the shape you like him to be, and they're actually starting to get him to learn how to do that motion, the back and forth motion, and then women are gonna really like okay, they're gonna fall bound relationships with these things or AI. I don't know. I think it'll be harder for women to bound relationships with AIs, but because you ladies are way more thinkers than guys. I would say not in a rude way, but I feel like their brain isn't wired like that. Guys would definitely you see guys will form a relationship with a inanimate object before a woman would, or you heard about it. I just never heard of a woman forming those type of relationships. I think when women do form those type of relationships, it looks weird. It comes out in a weird way.
Because you're expected to depend on a man.
Mm. Not just men, but you can be expected to depend on anyone,
A partner.
a partner. But I think they're gonna figure out like they have that one thing in Japan that sucks the fucking semen out of your penis, yo, and
Talking about.
and it's like, and it's supposed to feel like an amazing head, right? You can set settings on this shit. What? It's all nice and gooey. Can you imagine? Anyway, man, as a guy, do I want one in my house? Yes. Do I want it right next to my toilet? Yes. Right? I want it right next to my toilet. So as soon as it's like that you get that urge and you just let me just put this in here real quick. Ah, god damn it. You feel me? See, as a man, every guy listening to that just was like, even if they won't do it, you go, right? But as a female, it was weird, right? It was weird for you. It just takes but they're gonna figure out a way to make these. They're trying to figure out a way to make these things more likable to women. And once they become more likable to women, you know what it is, man. We're gonna be these small, short alien things with the big heads, but no freaking genitals.
That's what y'all gonna do.
Oh well, that's if no. I think everyone has feelings. But yeah, that's what women do. That's pretty cool. Innovation. I think science. Once science starts, is just what it is, right? Once science go, hold on, Joe's house. We're in Joe's plot, and it feels like the people are in the room. I want to listen to the argument, but Joe, we gotta get you a studio. You hear me? Okay, it's getting nuts. Let's talk about it. We'll talk off the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do something. But yeah, it's pretty much J Lo is a succubus. So that's what this is all about. I'm here to inform you guys. What if succubus is real? Somebody had to, like, you know what? I think about, like, where all these origin stories come from, like mythological origin stories. God, I don't know where my brain goes sometimes. It's just chaos in my mind, yo. But I think about all this mythological stuff and, like, where the origin of these stories go. Like, you hear about like mermaids, and and those are sea pirates who were like drunk and sick off a sea flu, and then they seen a shape of a woman on a rock, and then they try to get to the rock because they haven't seen a woman for I don't know how long, and they're done fucking their friend on the ship, and they see a woman, they swim, they turn the boat towards that lady, and the boat crashes. That's where mermaids come from. But things like succubus, I always think like someone did somebody wrong. Some lady ate someone's pockets or did him dirty, and they had to write about it, and he was just like, yo, succubuses are real. They're bought by the devil, you know. Oh, man. No one else thinks about these things. It's just me. It's just me. God damn it. I need to get outside more. Anyway. we're gonna take this nonsense episode. We're gonna wrap this one up. I think we're gonna run two of them. Thank you for part of the world, lovely, important nonsense for the podcast. I had to end this one on a weird one. Fuck it. I just, it's my show. If I want to end it weird, I end it weird. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DMX, rest in peace. Shout out to Black Rob, rest in peace. Shout out to the new victims, rest in peace. You know the victims of. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm talking about. And we out.